Hello, Lily.
Hi, Judy. How are you?
I'm very well. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you.
And good to see you today, and thanks for joining me.
It's a pleasure seeing you as well.
I have with me Lily. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Zoghaib.
Zoghaib. I have Lily Zoghaib with the Urban Vine in Dundas on King Street, and I'm Judy Chapala with the Loft Realty. So I've been to your store, as you know, and I know a lot of people are quite familiar with your products. But for those who aren't, can you just tell us a little bit about your shop and where do you get all your beautiful oils and vinegars from?
Of course. So the Urban Vine is a gourmet food store. It specializes in premium olive oils and aged balsamic vinegars, but we do carry quite an array of other gourmet products in store. With respect to where we get our products, so all the balsamics are imported from Modena, Italy. The dark balsamics are aged 18 years, white balsamics are aged 12 years. We really pride ourselves on a pure product. The extra virgin olive oils, with extra virgin olive oil, you really do want the freshest crush. So we bring them from both hemispheres. So the countries do range. We carry products from Italy, Portugal, Spain, Australia, California. We've got some from Tunisia. We brought in some Greek products as well, which is really nice. So quite an array.
How did you get involved in this? Or how do you know so much about it?
So, I mean, the business really began with a love of all things pure. So with olive oil, it's a staple in the Mediterranean diet, and I've grown up on the Mediterranean diet after traveling to various countries and experiencing the unadulterated versions of both extra virgin olive oil and balsamic. The business idea just blossomed. So from there, we decided that if we could bring the products in at a reasonable price, then we could share them with the community.
Yeah, and you've been doing well, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
we've had a lot of community support. Dundas is phenomenal for supporting local business.
they are. Everybody says the same thing, which is really nice to hear.
Yes,
It's quite fun in your shop because you can just pick your flavor and you pour it right there, right? Well, I
we
mean,
do.
when I say flavor, I'm just, obviously trying to make light of it, but it's really kind of neat. You've got so many different flavors of the vinegar, and I particularly like the maple one myself. But you've got
Right.
what are some examples of the flavors that you do have?
So, well, we have over 60 flavors of extra virgin olive oils and balsamic vinegars. Maple is phenomenal for the fall. That's a nice balsamic flavor. We have cinnamon pear, black cherry, espresso, balsamics. The blood orange olive oils, a favorite in our household. Then you've got your herb blends. So you've got your Tuscan herb, your Milanese gromolata, and your herb de Provence oils that are very popular. It really is a nice experience because when you come in store, you get to sample all of our products.
Yeah, yeah, I realize that. And like you say, you've got some beautiful gift baskets and gift arrangements available as well.
Yes, we customize all products. So all of our sampler sets, any gift basket, we will customize depending on budget and what you'd like to see in the basket. Definitely.
Yeah. And do you have a background in anything culinary?
So Dwayne actually has a culinary background. I myself enjoy cooking, and I've taken quite a few courses with respect to olive oils and balsamics. So I am working towards my sommelier currently. So I've taken courses through the university in Greece. I'm currently taking some courses with the Olive Oil Council in Italy. So always education is so important. You have to stay up with the
Yeah.
times, and so we're always continuing our education.
And where would be the nearest similar store to you? Would it be Toronto? I don't think, or I mean, I don't know. Is there anything in Hamilton like that?
So in Hamilton, I don't believe so.
Mhm.
I think we're the only location in
Yeah.
Hamilton at this time. I believe that there are some in Toronto, but I'm not entirely familiar with where you would find something similar.
Yeah, yeah, it's a unique concept. It fits in with Dundas as Dundas has evolved into what it is, and you fit right in. And you have worked with some of the local restaurants. I know we had a brief experience at the restaurant, and you worked with us, and that was a lot of fun. And you do take your products and help pair it with the chef's or you recommend to the chef, I guess, what might go with what.
Uh, a lot of the time, chefs will come into the shop and they will sample and then decide from there what would fit for what they will be offering, right? So right now in town, I know the Tula restaurant does carry our extra virgin olive oil and our balsamic. It's very popular, and we love Batula restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah, yeah. Anybody else in Dundas that you know of? Any of the other restaurants or shops?
So as of right now, no, it's just Batula restaurant that's carrying it in town.
Yeah. What about special events and tastings and that kind of thing? Do you have like either one of those?
So we did, prior to COVID, we did offer tasting events, and those were a lot of fun. You'd come in and you'd get to experience the olive oils and balsamics. We'd go through proper tasting techniques with respect to extra virgin olive oils. Unfortunately, with COVID-19 and the pandemic, we've had to stop tasting events at this time, but you still can come in store to sample our products.
Yeah. And just going back, Lily, you said something about being a sommelier, I think, did you?
So I'm working towards it.
But is that wine or is that with respect to
It's with respect to extra virgin olive oil.
There is such a thing, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it just occurred to me. You said the word and I thought, well, I'm not sure what, anyway, I'm glad I clarified that. So that's through, like you said, the university in Greece, and there must be quite a international presence with that.
There is, yes.
That's exciting, huh?
Yeah.
What is your background? What is your surname?
So I'm Lebanese and Italian descent.
Beautiful, fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you speak the language?
Italian I can understand. I'd say that I don't speak it fluently. Lebanese it's difficult. So it wasn't spoken in the household. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up enough in order to carry a conversation.
Yeah.
But it's something that I can work towards.
Yeah, well, for sure. And you've got a little baby girl. We were just saying she's going to be 2 years old on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah, that goes fast.
Yeah, she keeps us busy.
I bet she does, yeah. And you live in Dundas. I think you live near the park, don't you?
We actually live around the corner from the store. So yeah, we live in Dundas. I grew up in Dundas.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I didn't know that. There's no reason I would know that, but I didn't know that. That's amazing. What about Dwayne?
So Dwayne actually grew up in Burlington and Toronto, but Dundas is home now.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? And his son's involved in the store at times, isn't he?
He is. He does help out at the shop. Dylan is he's a lot of fun and great to work with. Customers love him. He's very informative. So yeah.
I've been there when he's been there, and he's been fantastic. And you all do such a beautiful job of packaging the products as well.
Oh, thank you.
Black bag with the beautiful green tissue in it. It looks really pretty.
So we get them in different size containers. So depending on who's shipping, they come in either 5 liters, 10 liters, 20 liters. Yeah. So usually when we get our big shipment, everybody knows because it's all hand bombed from the front of the store, right? So yeah. So we get it. It's brought in by truck.
Yeah.
But we wait until everything arrives before we ship it to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been challenging to begin with because you would have, I don't know how you would even know if it's going to be successful because there's no real precedent, is there? It's not like you're opening a restaurant or a shop with a particular kind of retail. It's definitely, you took a bit of a risk, I guess, and it sounds like it's paid off.
So with any business, I believe you do take risk, right? So, I mean, our love of the products, the fact that we were using the products in our household, and the desire to share it with the community the business provided this avenue, right? And we've been very fortunate. We've had a lot of community support. Dundas is wonderful for that, and the surrounding areas as well.
I was going to say, how far are people coming from to your store?
So we get people from Toronto. We did launch an online store, and that has been up and running for just over a year now. And so we see sales all over Ontario, realistically. But people come in town. Dundas is great for tourism.
Yeah.
So people come to spend the day and they shop in town. There's so many great shops, great restaurants to visit. We've got the brewery as well. You know, so there's a lot that Dundas offers, and I think that has expanded our customer base. So we have people from Brampton, we have people from Toronto, Oakville, Burlington,
Yeah.
Caledonia, Cambridge, Guelph, Elora, Fergus. You know, it really is all over Ontario.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken Dundas for granted, but I realize how lucky we are and that it is a kind of a town that I mean, I'm just happy to go down for any excuse to pick something up, and it's just always fun to be downtown. Plus, I always see people I know. But you can see how it would be a destination for some people just to come, like you say, just sort of wander around and go to a nice restaurant for lunch and then shop in lovely shops like yours, which are really different.
There's a lot of unique shops in town.
Yeah.
So you've got Weir's that opened up. You've got the Kitchen Witch is lovely. Hillbilly Mansion opened up, and that's a phenomenal little shop. You've got so many shops in town that people enjoy coming, and they spend the day, and
Yeah.
word spreads. So I noticed a lot of people will come in and say, well, my friend was in town and they told us to pop by, which is great. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising.
Yeah, for sure. Now, just going back to your products, do you flavor the vinegars, or is it done before they arrive?
No, they're flavored. So what happens with the balsamics is the balsamics are aged, and then let's say, for example, the pulp of the raspberry is added to the balsamic, but it arrives with its flavor. We don't flavor them here.
Yeah. And you've got what's the spice? I know you've got a spicy one.
Oh, we have a harissa olive oil. Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a Serrano honey balsamic. Serrano honey vinegar, which is sulfite free. So it's not a balsamic, but it does have a spicy bite to it. We have a jalapeno balsamic that has a little bit of a bite to it.
Yeah. And what sizes do they come in? What?
So we offer 200 ml bottles, 375 ml bottles, and then sometimes we'll bring in 750 mils as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess you find Christmas is probably a busy time for you, or you, I mean, they make such beautiful gifts for in any occasion because, again, they're so different and beautifully wrapped, and but pretty well anybody can enjoy using that kind of caliber of oil and vinegar.
They do
all the time.
They are popular gifts, but I find that the sampler sets tend to be very popular as well. Those are the little 60 ml bottles, and those range anywhere between $11 and $36, depending on how many of the different bottles and flavors you'd like, all of which are customizable.
Right, and you do gift baskets, or I'm not sure if they baskets or what they're on, but you would do like a custom order if people ask you for a particular price.
Oh yes, we do a lot of custom gift baskets, and those can be based on any price point. And then we can make suggestions with respect to nice pairings and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. So are there any challenges with your business that you can think of? Anything in particular that comes to mind?
I would say that probably where we're situated was a little bit of a challenge getting our name out, right? So we're higher up. So we're right across the street from Shoppers on King Street. And so it took some time to create awareness, right? I find that a lot of the times, perhaps people may only think that the downtown core is 3 blocks, and it does extend well beyond that.
It goes up to Market Street, really, and then, like you say, Batula is past Market Street, so
right.
It's also close by. It's like a 2-minute walk either direction, isn't it? Really?
Exactly.
And do you still have a shop? Was it Huntsville? You have a shop as well?
So we have a pop-up shop still in Gravenhurst. Yes.
Gravenhurst. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So who runs that one?
So the pop-up shop is actually through the Donkey Shack. We have a select few flavors that are carried there. I believe she carries about 15 to 20 of our flavors. So it's been pretty popular there. We still get a lot of online orders though from Gravenhurst and the Muskoka area.
So the shop is called the Donkey Shack?
The Donkey Shack carries our products. It's a pop-up shop.
How fun. So
they've actually been in business. I believe they've been in Gravenhurst now for over 20 years.
Donkey Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're not working, I guess you're working a lot. You probably are at the shop a lot though.
Yes, well, I spend a lot of time working. Yes.
Everybody does in retail. I mean, especially when you have your own shop, because it's a labor of love, and you enjoy doing it, and you're proud of it. So you do spend a lot of time there, I'm sure. But what do you do when you're not working? Do you have any? What do you like to do in your off time?
So I love to read. I'm always taking courses. Spending time with family is so important to me.
Yeah.
I'm a jogger, so I spend a lot of time outdoors jogging. Got to stay active. Prior to COVID, I enjoyed playing soccer. But
Aw.
yeah, so we're a pretty active family. We like to be outdoors as much as possible.
Hmm. Yeah, and like we're saying, Haley keeps you busy, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's wonderful, Lily. It's been lovely to talk to you and get to know you a little bit better. And I haven't been in myself for a little while, I know, and it's just partly because I haven't been anywhere. But
Right.
it's a beautiful shop, and if anybody hasn't been there, it's definitely worth a look. It's just for gifts or for yourself. That's the beauty about it as well. It's something that everybody can use, and yourself as well.
Yeah, it's simple ingredients that can add a lot of flavor to your dishes, and they're all natural,
Yeah.
bottled fresh. So we really do pride ourselves on bringing a high quality product to market at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're lucky in Dundas to have you in our town, in my town, because it is such a lovely shop, and it's just we've got so many wonderful places in Dundas. It's the best little town ever. I just love it.
I agree.
I know, we're so lucky to live here. I think I can't imagine if I could choose anywhere else to live. I don't know where else I'd live anyway, because it's just so,
Exactly. I feel the same way.
no, it's got everything going for it. And the trees are starting to turn now, and it's gorgeous. But anyway, well, say hi to Dwayne for me, and I'm sure I'll see you around.
I will.
And thanks.
Thanks, Judy. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
You too, Lily.
Bye
Take care.
bye.
Bye for now. Bye bye.